shooting offer with Christian Dawkins. Christian Dawkins got some jail time. Will Wade also got some jail time. It was on a wiretapped line. So you see players are getting paid regardless. So why not just do it? Why not just do it legally and still pay the kids because they deserve it? And the school is making money off of their likeness. Period. There is no surprise here. There is no, oh my God, I didn't know that was happening. We all know this is happening. So just fix it and do it the right way. So then you don't have your coaches on the phone saying, yeah, we got a nice offer for this kid. He's on the phone saying what type of offer he's going to give to a high school kid. Now, money is changing hands regardless. So why not have something in place that benefits both sides? So I commend this representative, Mark Walker, for doing what he's doing, because at least he's taking initiative. Like, I'm just talking about it. I'm not actually taking initiative. And this guy is taking initiative and trying to do something to erase a wrong that is continuously being done year in and year out in college basketball. So big ups to that guy. All right, another story. Jim Boeheim won't be charged for the fatal crash that he was involved in that killed a gentleman. Very sad story. Very sad. There is nothing happy about this story. But Boeheim has been cleared. And I don't know how much longer he's going to coach. I think he is probably on his last couple years. Him, Roy Williams. Roy Williams fainted last week or earlier this week. So I don't know how much longer these older coaches that we have watched for years after year after year coach. I don't know how much they have left. Because when you're starting to faint on the sideline, and when you're not that same coach that you were, you got to think about it. You got to at least consider it. We have a guard from a school that you probably don't follow that closely, but a school called Campbell, and there's a player named Chris Clemens. He broke the NCAA record, or he went into the NCAA record books Thursday, passing Doug McDermott and Alfonso Ford to move into fourth place on the all-time Division I scoring list with 3,170 points. Shout out to Chris Clemens. Also a Division II player from Shaw University, Amir Hinton, is declaring for the NBA draft, and we may see the first D2 player get drafted. He's averaged 29 points during his time. So I wish the best for this kid. And anything is possible, man. Anything is possible, especially if he is able to make a name for himself at the combine, which I think he will be able to do. He's got the skills to do it. So it would really be exciting if he has the opportunity to get drafted. Real quick, I also want to give a shout out to Tyler Butler, a part of the X Squad. He is covering the SEC championship, the women's basketball SEC championship right now, doing a great job. Him and his wife tag teaming it, which I think is amazing. So shout out to them. Shout out to everybody covering sports. I'm going to do a plug also for my man Raphael Haynes of the 3-Point Conversion. He has a show in Atlanta. It's on AM radio, 1100 AM. And he's going to be interviewing tomorrow the real deal Holyfield. Evander Holyfield tomorrow on his show. So make sure to tune into that. It is at 9 Central, which is 10 Eastern. So make sure to tune in. Mr. Controversy doing his thing. And another guy going into coaching. You guys know this guy very well. Rasheed Wallace is now a coach at the Jordan High School in Durham, North Carolina, the varsity basketball coach. I think he could have a career in coaching. I've been a Rasheed fan since North Carolina, obviously. Being a North Carolina fan, I've been a fan of Rasheed since then. So I think he'll be great. I think he will be great. And Kevin, follow Clutch Conversations, also Sports Radio America. He will be at the NFL Regional Combine in Kansas City. Shout out to him. Shout out to everybody out there doing their thing. Doing their thing, going to combines, going to sporting events, getting out there, getting their name out there. That's big. We're out here eating, so let's continue to grind at it. Major League Baseball news. They are changing the All-Star voting process. So they are now going to do an election day is what they're calling it. So the standard online voting will still take place. Once that is finished, the top 3 vote getters at each position will be placed on a new ballot for which fans would then vote again during a single day to decide who starts at their respective position. I don't think this is a good or a bad idea. I don't know about adding another step to it, but the fans will probably love it. If you're a Major League Baseball fan, you will love it and you will continue to vote. And I think it gives that fan perspective, and it also makes it exciting. And when the fans have more power and more opportunity to do things, you know, it is a good look. It is definitely a good look. Will we see Mike Trout receive a $400 million contract? Now they're starting to up the bar even higher. We talked about Bryce Harper last week, getting his huge deal of $330 million. Now we are talking about raising the bar to $400 million, which would be probably $40 million a year for 10 years. And I'm not completely going to say that this can't happen, because Bryce Harper was receiving this kind of money, or offers for this type of money. And Mike Trout is the better player. I think we have said that multiple times. I've said it. A-Trap B has said it. So if there is a possibility that he would get that, I'm not completely doubting it, because Mike Trout is the better player. And if one player gets a certain amount, another player is going to want more. And a team, it will pay it. There's not one team, or there's not going to be there's going to be a team that's going to pay Mike Trout whatever he asks for. Just like they paid Bryce Harper whatever he asked for, just like they paid Manny Machado whatever he asked for. So, next year, 2020, I believe he'll be a free agent. I think we could see the biggest contract that we've ever seen. So be on the lookout for that going into next year. Boxing news, we got some juicy boxing news here. Deontay Wilder is going to be fighting Dominique Brazil. Dominique Brazil's 20-1, 18 KOs. We know Deontay Wilder's 40-0-1. He had a draw, the previous Tyson Fury fight. 39 KOs. And Wilder, I think this is going to be another stepping stone for Wilder, probably another knockout. We need to see Wilder. We can see Wilder Fury 2 first, but we need to see Wilder Joshua before this year is over with. That is the marquee, the big marquee fight. Triple G, huge news here. Triple G signs with DAZN, which Canelo is also signed with DAZN. Triple G's got a 6-fight deal. Shout out to Clutch, Kevin Clutch Talk Sports, who broke that news first. Shout out to Brian Hill. Wilder and Joshua were going to fight in their 40s. Probably so. I don't want to see that. I do not want to see an old man Wilder fighting an old man Joshua, pretty much like how Mayweather and Pacquiao end up happening. I don't want to see that. I really don't want to see that. I really don't want to see that. I want to see it happen sooner rather than later. But they may end up being in their 40s before we actually see that fight. So Triple G signs with DAZN, 6-fight deal, going to be fighting in June. Canelo Triple G Part 3 is going to happen. It's just a matter of when and where, but it is going to happen. And another story that I put in the other category, I don't talk about horse racing often. Probably never, unless it's the Kentucky Derby and a horse just won. But in Santa Anita, California, they have canceled racing indefinitely because there has been 21 deaths of horses in the last 2 months. First of all, that's a lot. Second of all, the average is 2 to 3 per year, and they've had 21 in 2 months. So yeah, they definitely need to shut that down. They need to test everything going around there, because that is really that's not a good look on that track, on that facility, on anything. If you have 21 deaths of horses, no humans have died, but 21 horses. So that's a crazy story, very crazy, that I wanted to also touch on. Like I mentioned earlier in the show, BS3 Sports shirts, hoodies, they're still available. Get them in any color combination. Hit me up on whatever avenue of social media. If you got my number or whatever, we can make that happen. Contest, win 2 tickets to the Dungeon Family concert or dinner for 2. xsquadaffiliates.com/contest. B Hill, have you entered in the contest? Said Galloway, have you entered in the contest? Holly Newsom as well. If you have not, it is free, and you can win one of those 2 opportunities. So go do that when this show's over. Other news breaking today: robot umps and shift banning coming in Major League Baseball. So be on the lookout for that. They're testing out the robots right now in the Atlantic League. The Cardinals have acquired Marcus Gilbert from the Steelers. And we're probably going to see some more trades go down. And my question to Kevin this morning was, are we going to see an AB deal go down today? And I'm starting to doubt it. I'm really starting to doubt it. And I'm going to say no. I am really going to say no, that a deal will not go down today. Because I think the biggest opportunity of a deal was the Bills, because they did say there was a team that snuck in. So where does AB go? I don't know. I don't think a deal is going to happen today. So we'll have to wait. Le'Veon Bell will still have to wait. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in to today's edition of the BS3 Sports Show right here on X Squad Radio. New statement games coming out. I will be sending you some type of form of contact with the link. I do not have it at this time. Next up on the network, we will have DJ Knox coming on at 4 Central and Fearless Passion coming on at 6. So you guys have a good weekend. Have a good rest of your day. God bless. God is love. Enjoy.